I've decided to conform and do a challenge video. The watch an entire show in one day and then post a review about it the same day challenge. Oh wait, we did that already. Wi-Fi. Welcome to Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 2 of The 100. If you haven't yet, you can check out the review I did for Season 1 right here in the cards thing. And in that review, I kept calling it The 100, and I've gotten several private messages telling me how wrong I was to do that, so I apologize. A lot of you have encouraged me to watch Season 2, saying it was way better than the first season, and you guys were right. This season improves on absolutely everything that was good about Season 1. Also, for me, this season made the show graduate from what was a guilty pleasure teen drama kind of show that was pretty cool to a good, more mature show that is very entertaining but also provides a bit more than that. So in the end of Season 1, most of what was left of the 100 were taken to Mount Weather after they killed like 300 grounders with that whole Ring of Fire thing. While that's going on, Abby and Kane have crash-landed the Ark to roughly the same area in the eastern United States where the rest of the story is going down. So everybody's on the ground now. Well, almost everybody. The season tells the story of the three main factions on the ground: the Arkers, the Grounders, and the Mountain Men, each willing to do pretty much anything for the survival of their people. Actually, I think it might be difficult to find a conversation in this season where no one says the words, "my people." This season has a much larger scale than Season 1 and is constantly telling you several stories at once, but all these stories are always very well tied together. The main characters from Season 1 still pretty much play the major roles in this season, especially Clark and Bellamy, which are the lead characters in the overall story. But Octavia, Jasper, and Raven all get their own stories that fit into the big picture. You also get a lot of insight into other characters like Murphy, Abby, Kane, and more, and some new characters like Lexa, who is awesome. The show puts an emphasis on how the things these characters have to do to survive, or tell themselves they have to do, affect them and change them. You get several major situations where all the choices are morally questionable, and the show does a really good job at showing you how that choice affected that character. One of the things that made the first season earn the title of being quote-unquote dark was the fact that these were supposed to be kids, and they had to do some pretty horrible things. This season, even though it's not just kids anymore, the show has taken an even darker tone. I felt that this season made me take the show more seriously. It definitely looks a lot better. You're still not going to find amazing performances or incredible writing, but you will find a gripping story that really explores its characters on a much deeper level. The show also does a really good job at putting Season 1 in perspective and showing you where everything fits. There are a few things about Season 1 that you just accepted or didn't think too much about, and now you understand where that thing came from or why that thing happened. It really rewards you for watching Season 1. I feel that Season 2 of The 100 is the best of what the CW offers. Something that's easy to watch, it doesn't take a lot out of you, it's not a light story, but fast-paced and just ridiculous enough for you to have fun with it, but not too much so you can't take it seriously. It's not the kind of show you have to do a lot of thinking for, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, they do lay out everything for you, but they do it beautifully. It's entertaining and fun, and you'll never watch just one episode. Well, that's the main value of the show. You do get extra. There are meaningful relationships and character-defining moments, and an interesting look at the different cultures of this world. Obviously, there are still things that you have to not think about that much, like things that are too convenient for the story to actually make sense, or characters making decisions that don't really make sense, that just to push the story in some direction. You still get the over-the-top drama, camera zooms in slowly while music builds up. You have to not think about the geography of the eastern United States at all, which is an easy thing not to think about, not a huge concern of mine. All these things don't matter because they don't take anything away from the experience of watching this show. This season to me is a perfect example of why a rating system for reviewing these types of things is pretty much useless, because if I had a rating system, I would give the season 2 of The 100 a very high rating, just like it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I would also give Breaking Bad a very high rating. Does this mean that these two shows provide the same value or share the things that made them get the high rating? No, these two shows are both amazing at very, very different things. They're so different that you can't compare anything about them. So if you do use a rating system, you have to make sure everyone understands that every time you give two shows or movies or whatever the same rating. Okay, rant over. Bottom line, should you watch? In case it wasn't clear, then yes, you should definitely watch it. If you liked anything about season 1, then you're probably going to love season 2, because it really does improve on everything from season 1. Season 2 of The 100 is fast-paced, very watchable, very bingeable, has an interesting story, and a perfect balance between different aspects of the story that take place in different locations. Very stylized, it looks really good. As we said, you're not going to find amazing writing and incredible, breathtaking performances here, but this show really doesn't need that. Season 3 of The 100, which I am now looking forward to, is expected to premiere January 2016, so a while. Have you watched or are you watching season 2 of The 100? I would love to know your thoughts. Leave your comments below and let's get the discussion going. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps out a lot. If you're finding binge watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the binge watchers community. We're talking about TV every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with opinions and reviews and news and all kinds of great stuff, all for you fellow binge watchers and TV lovers. So you can go ahead and click that big subscribe button to join in on the fun, or you can check out any of the other videos on the channel. In any case, keep binging, and I'll see you next time.